Hi guys, welcome back to Kpop Talks, and today I'm doing my monthly best and worst both songs and albums of the year, of the month, sorry. And in this video specifically, we're gonna talk about what I consider to be the best songs of May of 2023. There's been a lot of variety in my opinion. I think overall it's been a very good month. Overall, I'd say this year in 2023 has been very, very good, which is a great follow-up to what it was in 2022, where, well, at first he was a little bit more up and down. He had a great mid-section, and then towards the end it was kind of like empty, but it wasn't bad by any means. And I think these first 5 months of K-pop have been very, very good for the genre. So let's get right into it immediately. First, we have Lil Moshpit featuring J Park with To Go. Great boom bap track, old school beat, great rapping by J Park, showcases a different type of flows, different style. And Lil Moshpit is a great producer. I love the pickup by AOMG and Higher Music. It was really, really good. And yeah, it's one of the best hip hop tracks. Great throwback to an older era, and J Park delivers with a good performance, in my opinion. Next, you have Dreamnote with Blue. Young group. I think they recently debuted Dreamnote, if I'm not mistaken. I tend to forget always when it comes to like debuts and stuff like that. Oh no, they debuted a million years ago. Really? So I must have heard about them in a long time ago, but I forgot. Probably they took a break or something. But they've been out since 2018. That's crazy for me. Maybe I know who they are, and if I check them more I would know. But Blue, a really good song. Love the vibe. It has definitely more of a summer vibe. Love the vocals. It's a simple production, but I think it's effective for what they're going for. A more laid back, kind of like more up-tempo type of song. So I've enjoyed it, and it was a nice surprise for me. Next we have MUSM featuring Babylon and JIIN with Wherewegoing. A great track. I mean, I would recommend you to listen to the entirety of the album. It's a very specific vibe. It's a very specific sound. It's not very common in the genre, I think, to hear this type of music in general. But if you like this more laid-back style of singing, kind of like a Kali Uchis type of vibe, I think you will enjoy this music as well. So definitely check it out. Next we have Crucial Star featuring leellamarz with To My Stu. Another great performance by Crucial Star, another really good song, acoustic, simple. He sings on it, he does a good job. Great lyrics as always when it comes to Crucial Star. leellamarz brings a good feature. Next we have Don Malik featuring Kid Millli with Tag. Don Malik came with what I consider to be one of the best projects of April. Did I say May? I meant April, by the way. The best of April, but anyway, at this point I've already probably said this at the start, and I've already put a text on it, but comes back one of the best projects in April, in my opinion. A lot of variety, good fusion of both a more vocal style of rap, more singing type of rap, and a classic rap style. Kid Millli brings a good feature. Tag is one of the best singles, one of the best songs on the album as well. And next we have Kepler with Giddy. I mean, Kepler keeps their run. Quality music, fun, upbeat. Definitely a product of Twice and that era specific of music, and the more like red side of Red Velvet. Overall, the song is very enjoyable. I like this style of music that Kepler makes. I wish they stayed on this type of run more than if they did something completely different and went a completely different run, maybe more like fourth, fifth generation, even more EDM. I think that's not really their thing, like a Blackpink, let's say. I don't think that's something they should really do. So if they stay in this lane, I think they'll. And next we have Balming Tiger, SOS. These type of songs I want to listen from Balming Tiger: punk, hip hop, pop, good vocals, fun lyrics. Overall, a great experience. And definitely I think if you listen to Balming Tiger, thanks to the feature they did with RM, I think you'll enjoy this one as well. It's different, but I think you could enjoy it as well. And next we have Cody Lee with Dancing Lights. A great song, nostalgic, classic alternative rock, Japanese alternative rock. They did a great job with it. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it. There isn't really much for me to complain or to talk about. I think it's a vibe, it's nostalgic, it's bittersweet, and the vocals are amazing on this song, in my opinion. They fit very, very well with the emotions that we're trying to portray. So definitely recommend it. I recommend to also watch the video because I think it accompanies the aesthetics. And next we have Lee Chaeyon, with Knock. One of the most catchiest songs of the month. One of the catchiest songs of the month. Lee Chaeyon keeps making really good music and keeps, I think, overall the quality of these idols that have went and do solo stuff, overall a lot of them went and do good music. So it's a good thing to see this happen in the last 3 or 4 years more. And like I said, one of the most one of the catchiest songs of the year, and the catchiest of this month, 100%. And it's very fun to listen to. It doesn't really get bored. Next we have Dawn with Dear My Light. This is the Dawn that I missed. An introspective Dawn. Dawn has something to say. Incredible lyrics, good vocals. Again, the GD inspiration is everywhere on his music style, but it's not mocking. It's not a mere bad copy. It's a good copy. It's a copy that actually has value and has originality in it. So definitely, again, listen to the song and read the lyrics, because they're really, really good. It's been a long time since I've seen a current artist be this open about something that affects actually his personal life to a certain extent. And then we have AP Alchemy with Sweat, an R&B song through and through. I've enjoyed it. I love the vocals on it. I feel like even the rapper on this one, which is Swings, does a good job fitting with the rest of the guys. Very fun song. Definitely very sexual, so if you're not really used to those type of lyrics, it can throw you off, but I've enjoyed it. And then the best rap song in my opinion of the month, might be my favorite of the year, Lil Moshpit and Fleeky Bang featuring PH1 with How We Came. Aggressive, arrogant, the beat hits hard like crazy. That first verse by Fleeky Bang is incredibly good, super fun to listen to. PH1 brings a good feature, but this is the first time I think I've heard in months, if not at this point almost a year and a half, where PH1 have been out-rapped in a song. It's almost like when J. Cole, like he's the J. Cole of Korea, where his featuring run this last year and a half has been unmatched. You know, J. Cole has been featuring a lot the last 2 or 3 years, and he's been incredible. I'm gonna say the same thing about PH1. He's incredible, and his improvement in these last couple of years compared to where he was before is something I personally didn't predict. Next we have George with Ore FRR. Again, another very simple, laid-back song that makes you float a little bit. Similar to Cody Lee, but different at the same time. Love the lyrics, love the vibe. And again, like Cody Lee, it's a song that if you listen with while watching the music video, it gives you that vibe of like relaxation in summer with your friends at the park, just sitting there on a piece of like whatever, like on a just sitting in the grass and looking at the sky, you know. Very, very laid back, and I've enjoyed it. And I definitely recommend the album as well, which will be in my best album list. Next we have Sujeong featuring Grabby Girl, X Lovely. It's a really good song. I mean, this vibe fits her very, very well. This cute, but at the same time kind of mischievous vibe to her really works, and Grabby Girl is one of the catchiest songs of this month. Next we have August D with Hageum. Finally a very fun, aggressive song by August. Good rapping, good beat. Maybe too repetitive for somebody, I don't mind it. It's also not something you really hear a lot in the album as well, so it kind of is interesting and a different change of pace in that sense. So I've enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. And I think most of you will, because BTS is one of the most successful groups in the world. The most, actually. Next is JIIN featuring Skinny Brown with Smash. Another fun hip-hop song by JIIN. She came back after a long time. She didn't release music. Skinny Brown brings a good feature. They have good energy. It's a vibe. Again, it's the song that says summer is behind the doors and we're gonna have fun, you know. But JIIN does it in a good way where it's still hip-hop. Next we have Extraordinary Heroes with Freakin Bad. Really good song by them. Really catchy. I enjoy listening to it a lot. Again, another example of a group that JYP dropped, didn't really put a lot of effort behind them, and they're now building their own fan base pretty much individually and alone, you know, without really some sort of important backups from their company. Overall, it's fun. The production works. It's not the most original thing I've heard, but it works, and it does its job, and it does it well. Next, we have Meanshock featuring Byeol with Purple Stare. This is the first time I've heard a Korean artist make a J-pop song through and through, and it's done very good, in my opinion. Good vocals. The production really, really works, and I feel like the feature also adds value to the track in an important manner. I love the spoken word type of singing that is very common in Japan. It's a hybrid. It creates it's interesting. It's somewhat of a culture shock as well, but I think it works very well, and I think like I said, Byeol, which is the feature, also adds a lot of value to it. And last but not least, Owen featuring PH1 and Marv with In My Room. Another one of the most introspective tracks of this year. Owen brings honesty, personality, a little bit of regret, but at the same time, you know, is looking at the future in a brighter light, you know. And I think that's a song that you can motivate you. Motivated me a little bit, so probably could motivate you as well. And you know, make you have a different perspective in life when things are not going the way maybe you thought they would be years ago, and maybe through your own fault or not, you are not where you're supposed to be. So I think this song really represents that. And I think, again, not only Owen but PH1 and Marv add a lot of value. Marv vocals are incredible, and PH1 brings a good verse as well, a really good one in my opinion. So one of the best hip hop tracks of the year, 100%. Probably the most introspective I've heard this year in the genre. And this concludes the list of the best K-pop songs of April 2020. And this was it for the video. I mean, I thought there was a lot of good variety. There were songs that I enjoyed, like BB, Gray had a song that I liked, but it's not like songs I really listened to a lot or like really stuck in my head as much as these ones. So these are by far my favorites, and good thing as well, a lot of these albums are also good. So it's a cool thing in K-pop. You know, it's not very common, I think, that you listen to a song and you love it, and you go on the album and you love it as well. That is definitely less common, but overall it's a good it was a great month overall. I think great music and a lot of bad music, so I don't think you can really be mad at anything really. Maybe there's a couple comebacks like that I enjoyed, like from boy groups like Tempest and Drippin and stuff like that, that I didn't put in the even Apex, that I didn't really end up putting in the list, but because I don't really listen to them. You know, they're good songs and everything, but as I say every time, why would I listen to you when I can listen to a previous group that debuted before, that I've been a fan for longer, and does it, if not as equally as good, better? You know, there'll be no reason for me to listen to. So again, they're solid songs, and I think it's a good spark of hope for boy groups going forward from now on in the industry. But because they've had a terrible 4 months this year, and last year, the second part of the year, nothing came out of relevance from K-pop boy groups, which I repeat, it's not a good thing. Because apart from Twitter memeing and stuff like this, it's bad when half of your industry does bad. It's not a good sign, you know, regardless of what you think. In terms of quality, we're not talking about numbers. Boy groups will always outsell anybody in that sense. But yeah, overall, it was a good month. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see each other with the next video, which will be the worst songs of the month.